All right, James Creedon is here for today's Media Watch. And James, we're going to start with the protests in Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
As always with these protests, a single image has come to really embody what is happening there.
That's right, a symbolic image. Social media loves a symbolic image. Just before we get to the image in question, just to give the context, look at these images taken here by a drone, and those images shared by Joyce Karam of the Washington Post. These are huge protests in Sudan, and that's outside the army headquarters. Day 5 of those protests, just to give you a sense of the extent of the unrest. Now, the image that has gathered everyone's attention is a 22-year-old architecture and engineering student at the University of Khartoum called Salah. Here she is. This is the original image taken by Lana Haroun. And you can see there she's kind of above the crowd, dressed in white, with her hand sort of extended and her index finger pointed
Nubian
up.
Queen.
That's exactly it. She's been described as such. And I'll put on the sound here, and hopefully we'll be able to hear what's going on. But she is chanting to the crowd and using the word Thawra, which means revolution in Arabic. And so they're pretty kind of ambient images, to say the least.
Absolutely.
And she was doing it again today. I'm not sure if we'll have sound on this. Can we get some sound just to hear?
Can we hear this singing?
So what she's doing is she's repeating Thawra, revolution, to the crowd, and it's sort of
it's more like a party than a protest.
Appears we can't get sound on that.
No, we can't. You'll have to look that one up yourself.
We'll move on. Now we have the Statue of Liberty here as well.
The light and everything.
That's right. Many people comparing her to Lady Liberty.
Yeah.
And this is on Instagram, where others as well. You mentioned it, Laura, the Nubian Queen, the Nubian ethnicity was one of the original ethnicities in Sudan and southern Egypt. So pretty impressive stuff, and reminiscent, I think. Others are saying that it is in fact reminiscent of some of the heroines who've emerged from Algeria as well. Notably, this particular lady, who was a 17-year-old ballet dancer, that was one of the images posted in early March, 3rd of March, and it became symbolic of the spirit of the revolution.
Those three chaps look really impressed, don't they?
They do. They probably don't have quite the same mastery of balance. Now, speaking of Algeria, I hope we'll have sound on this, because this is these are images that were taken yesterday in Algiers.
You need to flick the little.
I'm going to hit play. Oh, that might be part of the problem. Now let's take a listen, because what's happening here is you have the police. They're spraying the crowd with a power hose, and the crowd are responding. It's students from the University of Beb Ezouar, and they're responding by saying, add shampoo, add shampoo, add shampoo. And this isn't the first time that's happened. And it shows the extent to which there is a lot of, I suppose, jovial kind of atmosphere. Now, this is all against the backdrop, speaking of satire, because there's been a huge amount of satire as part of the Algerian protests. We've seen, it was just breaking news there, that the Algeria's interim leader, Abdel Kader Ben Salah, announcing that there will be presidential elections. But for the moment, he is in that presidential seat. You can see this satirical Twitter account of Abdelaziz Bouteflika, who is since now out of power.
They've got a real sense of humour, the Algerian protesters.
And maybe it's a little bit irreverent to be sharing that. But this is the first week where there have been protests every single day. Yeah. So it was Friday protests for 6 weeks up until Abdelaziz Bouteflika left power, and now it's every single day, because the people are saying this is not what we wanted. This is still, quote unquote, the system. Now, so much more to say on Algeria, but I'm not sure if we'll have time for everything. But the head of French news agency AFP, Agence France Presse, was expelled from Algiers. That was this, against the backdrop of continuing censorship. We saw that in March, the head of the state broadcaster ENTV was also shown the door, only to be replaced by Lofty Chariot, who for the first time broadcast live images of those protests in a bid to show that even if he was kind of close to the powers that be, he was not going to censor what was going on. But now you still today, or was it on Monday, have people from ENTV protesting in the streets, saying that they are against the censorship that they're seeing still in Algerian TV.
Do we have time to look at the black hole?
Yes, there's so much news today. Mexican telescope collaborative. Well, this is it's been one of the biggest stories today, I think. A black hole image released by Event Horizon Telescope. It's the first time that we get an actual visual sense
what I found
of
really
what a
funny?
black hole looks like. Tell me.
It's that they were saying astrophysicists have found this image, and it is exactly what they imagined a black hole would look like. And I'm thinking, what else would a black hole look like other than a
Good point.
circle?
That's actually,
I don't know.
That's just what I was
Is
going
it
to show
just
you.
me? What
French
else would it look
physicist Jean-Pierre Luminet. This was his imagining
Like
of a black hole. Well, yeah, black hole. It's exactly.
I don't know. What?
It doesn't take a huge. Do you want to see what some people have been imagining it to?
Maybe
look
I'm
like?
unimaginative.
Do you want to see what some people have
Yes.
been imagining it to be look
And
like?
it's 40 billion. What is it? 40 billion kilometers wide.
It's Brexit. According to
is
News
it?
Thump, it's the first ever image released.
Can we
of
blame
Brexit?
for the black hole or vice versa? I don't know.
And some are saying that this
I'm
is
sure
another.
some people would like some other people to disappear now.
This is it.
Black
This
hole.
is it. Anyway, there's been a
Not
bit of
talking
satire.
about the
There's been a
person.
bit of satire linked to it as well. I think we're going to have to leave it at that. But
Oh,
I'll
this is
leave you-
Angela Merkel showing Theresa May funny clips on YouTube.
That's right. Probably involving Brexit.
Well, they're probably fed up talking about Brexit, aren't they? So they've found
That's
something
it.
else to do.
They're having to laugh about something.
Can't blame them. All right, James, thank you very much.
Thanks, Laura.
James Creedon there with Media Watch. Now